I think I want to become the nicest man on earth. I think that might be like, that's actually kind of weirdly where I think I'm now interested in going.
So, quick fact about CCNY, 90% of the students here are immigrants, and you're speaking to a lot of students. We kind of wanted to keep it exclusive within the CCNY community.
The number one thing that I'm trying to leave here with is to get a couple of you to get real fucking patient, because that is the singular advantage. If you actually don't give a fuck the way I didn't of what people think about you all through your 20s, like you just don't care, like you literally don't, and you just build something for yourself, you have a much better chance. So many people here will fail in their entrepreneurial, journeys because they're worried about what people think. That's just what it is, my man. That's just what it is. People are worried about what other people think, how many followers they have, how good the business is doing, what they're doing, where they're going, what they're wearing. It doesn't fucking matter. Every single person wanted to be a rapper. Right? It was 1994, everybody was gonna, and I remember thinking like, wow, how are you gonna be a rapper if you're not writing? How are you gonna be a rapper if you're not in the studio? How are you gonna be a rapper if you're not like hustling? And it's funny, like the white boy version of that now is tech. Like everybody thinks they're gonna build Snapchat and Instagram. And I'm like, how are you gonna do that when you're at Coachella? Basically, like if you're thinking about like building a house, everybody's worried about like decorating the fucking room and like what lighting are you gonna have or what color's your wallpaper. And meanwhile, the cement you built the house on is shit and it's not gonna matter because the first time it's gonna rain, your shit's gonna fall, right? And so everybody's just jumping. Everybody's so impatient. You want to, and listen, I get it. I look around this room and I associate. I don't look exactly like everybody, but I can't come from that same kind of place with a lot of people, right? When you have that chip on your shoulder, the hardest thing to do is patience.
I've seen the struggle firsthand. I've seen
Sure.
my mom struggle.
Sure.
Not really my dad because he wasn't really there for me.
Understood.
I've seen struggle in the face. How do you soften the blow?
You could dwell on that struggle, which is very real, or you could change your perspective and be like, okay, the odds of becoming a human being are 400 trillion to 1. My favorite story of my life is playing checkers with the founder of Uber, Travis. We're at this fancy fucking conference in Hawaii and we're playing checkers, right? Cause like 2 in the morning, it's like, I don't know, we're just playing fucking checkers, right? And I'm in deep shit. Like it's over. Like he's got me. Like it's like, if you've ever played checkers, I'm finished. And so I'm like, fuck man, I really don't wanna lose this match. And so I decide I think about it for a little bit and like over a couple moves, and I decide to make pretend that I made a move that I'm upset about, hoping that he reacts to it quickly. So I make this move and I go, fuck, and like try to make pretend that I need to go back, but like my hand was up already, so he jumps me, which set up a triple jump for me, and I won. That's how I think about your life.
I think Gary deserves like a really big round of applause.
Family work they whole lives. I've seen them struggle and survive. That's where I learned the meaning of sacrifice. To love someone so much that you put your dreams on the shelf. To provide a life for them that you never had for yourself. I recall all them nights in D1. Arguments over low funds. Roaches inside the dresser, but never settle for less of these rappers. Speak of progression as though they've actually seen it.
This is ridiculous. Look at this. This is this one muscle and knock you out. Do you rock this one? Just this one back here.
Right.
How you doing?
I'm good. I'm
Good man. I'm glad you're here.
Likewise.
Good.
Thanks for even having us.
My pleasure. Hey everybody, this is Vaynerchuk, and this is episode 252 of the AskGaryVee show. I think you gotta make your actions back up your ambition, right? Like my process is very simple, which is I've talked the big game. I have a lot of wants and dreams, and my schedule today needs to map my big fucking mouth, right? Like that's it. And so, one thing that shocks people when they get closer, remember when Tyler first filmed, when Justin first filmed, Iris, when you get to film, the biggest thing you're gonna know is like, wait a minute, it's every second. It's actually every second. Like it's, I think time is the asset. And so the one thing I would tell you is as you're prospecting, as you're trying to get sales, you've also got to deliver on your work. If you've got an agency, like selling's just the beginning. Selling said like, you're like everybody's so focused on selling. A lot of people starting these small social media agencies just to get clients. They forget that after you get the clients, you gotta fucking deliver. Keeping business is what actually builds big businesses, not getting new business.
So I guess maybe the question of the day is, who are you? And who are you willing to be? Yeah.
I love that. I appreciate it.
Okay, thank you.
You guys keep watching. You keep asking questions. We'll keep answering them.
Fix all of your problems and situations and instances. I've seen what money does to the soul and mud is it. If there's no moral compass, but you've amassed an amount of wealth and invest in the crucifix and attempt at saving yourself, I can tell you was fucking hopeless.
Oh, show India. People, yeah. So this is India. This is India. She's still here. She's still here. She's still here. She's still here. Hello. Why don't we go around? Why don't you tell me who you are, where you're from, and just 1 or 2 sentences of what you do, and then we'll go back around and maybe do a little Q&A and shoot the shit a little bit. First and foremost, thank you so much for being a part of this. This is something that has been really exciting for us. One thing I hear a lot from Vayner employees, where it's 700 plus people, is like, well, it's different, or it's not like it was, or this, that, or we used to, and I'm like, yeah, I don't know, like,
Just okay.
of course, I'm still me. I'm still me at 41. I'm just different than I was at 32 and at 26. You know, it's the intent and the heart and the passion that has to be the same, but how it manifests looks different. The big thing is, so I would tell you the number one thing, bro, is that you and your brother have to have a lot of communication.
Yeah.
Like, do you feel aligned with him?
Oh yeah, he's
It's great.
probably my best friend. He's my best man at my wedding.
Great, so let's start there. You need to have a really hardcore, like crying type conversation of the blueprint of how you guys don't let this business break you up.
Yeah.
And here's how I would attack it. You guys need to have a conversation around talent. You need to agree, which could get real ugly, so stick with me here,
Yeah.
on who's more talented right now. I promise you, you'll be able to keep everything the way you want if you and your brother are aligned.
Yeah.
Everything stems from the top. And then it just comes down to how much you guys care about it, and you care about it obviously, and like, but you can't be crippled. Everybody here is judging themselves. We're just doing the best we can. Like, I get so sad when somebody's like, this place changed. I'm like, and they're saying it in a bad way. It breaks my heart, but like, I know I'm doing everything I can to not make it feel worse. Of course it's changed. Everything's changed. The world changes. Everything's always changing. Thank you guys. Awesome, I'll come and see you. I'll come and see you in the next couple weeks, or you'll come here if it works. We'll figure it out.
Okay.
But I'm looking forward to catching up. If this wasn't a contentious meeting,
No,
I'd be willing to be late, but I
totally
need to
get
run.
it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you for
Thank
being.
you. I
Thank you for being
appreciate you coming by.
sympathetic.
Of course,
Yeah.
of course.
I'll catch up with you soon. Okay.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Thank you.
No longer am I lost in my thoughts. I'm doing the best I can. I have to put myself in their shoes. How hypocritical am I to judge what someone's been through, or why they act the way they act and do the things that they do? It's all perspective.
Hey Jeff, we're gonna have to do this call tomorrow just because I have to be on upstairs for Boston Consulting Talk in like 2 minutes. I'm just gonna hear what Joe's gonna say right now about what Dan wants. I just texted him. We're all gonna get together, but we should be in good shape.
Don't be overtly obsessed. Find some balance and truth. Everything in due time. It's not as bad as you think. The frame you're singing things through. Just multiply it by 2 and you'll see a bigger picture than the one you currently view. Yes, Lord. Knowledge.
Don't know what they mean. They're special just for you.
Thank you, man. Thank you. So growing up in the liquor business, I've always learned that it's super hard to compete with alcohol. So everybody back there, do your thing. You're not hurting feelings. People are just not practitioners. This room is filled with people who have a whole lot of things to say about stuff, but have never actually done it. There's a lot of opinions here on buying Snapchat filters in the open marketplace. There's a lot of opinions here. You like that? It's just true. And I say it because I do it in every other thing that I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about in, right? I've got opinions on everything. But what's been fascinating is that people have got opinions on what's actually happening, but they're not practitioners. We have a massive disconnect between headline reading and practitionership in the modern day of running businesses and marketing. And that is an enormous arbitrage of opportunity, and it's also the preview to a whole lot of carnage. And so, I don't know, I think, listen, I as somebody who's most comfortable in chaos think this is gonna be the best. Like, I desperately want Wall Street to melt. I'm so tired of all these peacetime generals, these CEOs that have been navigating the last 7 years of good times. I think we need a massive correction. I would prefer it. And in that correction, there will be enormous opportunity because the biggest brands in the world's overhead and infrastructure is based on a world that doesn't exist anymore, right? I think way too many people here debate and have a romantic point of view of how they want the world to be. I just react to the way the world is actually acting. Like, who am I to judge? I was told as a kid playing video games was a waste of time. I'm watching kids making $15 million a year play esports. Shit changes, right? And so I think that, I'm not sure, but what I will say is this. The only great arbitrage to the internet itself that is even out there is VR. But as I was talking to somebody earlier, I believe that consumer VR is quite far away. Like, to me, I react to reality. Nobody here knows somebody that's spending 3 hours a day on VR. Everybody here is spending 7 hours a day on their phone. Thank you, guys. That was fun.
That was good?
That went well.
That was good?
Yeah. Should I go?
Yep.
Time to go? Awesome. I think I want to become the nicest man on earth. I think that might be, like, that's actually kind of weirdly where I think I'm now interested in going.
And I guess I know I live with the criticisms. People are giving opinion, they put it upon a pedestal. A pendant for your thoughts, but I never asked for change. My work ethic's ridiculous and yours is not the same. I swear to God that I wrote it all with a pure intention. The truest testament with no excessive false aesthetics. You couldn't imagine or fathom the effort I'm exuding. My heart and soul in this shit.
Midnight. Just finished up with the team, D-Rock. Here you go, selfie video. You feel better now?
Knowledge. God bless.
They're special just for you. White arms, baby.